in out-of-the-way places of the heart where your thoughts never think to wander. This beginning has been quietly forming, waiting until you are ready to emerge. For a long time, it has been watching your desire, feeling the emptiness grow inside you, noticing how you willed yourself on, still unable to leave what you had outgrown. It's watched you play with the seduction of safety and the grey promises that sameness whispers, heard the waves of turmoil rise and relent, wondered, would you always live like this? And then the delight as your courage kindled and out you stepped onto new ground, your eyes young again with dreams and energy. A path of plenitude opening before you. And though your destination is not yet clear, you can trust in the promise of this opening. Unfurl yourself into the grace of beginning, at one with your life's desire. Awaken your spirit to adventure. Hold nothing back. Learn to find ease with risk. Soon you'll be home in a new rhythm, for your soul senses the world that awaits you. That's a poem by Irish poet, philosopher, priest John O'Donoghue, called For a New Beginning. The poet positions beginning as almost an alive thing, an entity. It's waiting. It's been quietly forming this new possibility, waiting for you, waiting until you are ready to emerge. 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 Come out. Awaken. Come out from behind, from the cocoon, safety of the familiar, the sameness. In the out-of-the-way places of the heart, where the thoughts never think to wander, this beginning has been quietly forming, waiting until you are ready to emerge. For a long time, it's watched your desire, felt the emptiness growing inside of you, noticed how you willed yourself on, still unable to leave what you had outgrown. It watched you play with the seduction of safety. The poet pits this tension between the safety of sameness and the call of adventure, safety, security, familiarity, the good life that perhaps in its time began as an adventure of sorts that you had to step up and risk for, and you achieved it and you found that life and you found that seat at the table and quite rightly would enjoy it and value it, and yet isn't it interesting, the thing that was once an adventure becomes potentially a constriction of that spirit that just wants to keep growing. And in this beginning, this alive thing, this possibility, it's waiting and it's noticing and it's noticed and it watched you play with the seduction of safety and the grey promises that sameness whispered, heard the waves of turmoil, the churning, the frustration, the anguish of not following a call to adventure. Heard the waves of turmoil rise and relent. It's like, let's go. Okay, we're not going. Okay. these waves, these cycles. Heard the waves of turmoil rise and relent. Wondered, would you always live like this? It's a possibility, isn't it? It's always a choice to stay where you are. And then the delight as your courage kindled. The poet doesn't take time on this transition from sameness to moving forward. It's one line. And then the delight as your courage kindled. And out you stepped onto new ground. Boom. Out you stepped onto new ground, your eyes young again with energy and dreams. A path of plenitude opening before you. And though your destination is not yet clear, clarity, I see, I know, yes, clear, not clear yet, not yet clear, says the poet. Though your destination is not yet clear, you can trust in the promise of this opening. You can trust in the promise of this opening. Remember, the poet in an earlier stanza says, watched you play with the seduction of safety and the grey promises that sameness whispers. And now here we are, down the track in the poem, a new opening. And in this you can trust. You can trust in the promises of this opening. Unfurl yourself into the grace of beginning. Unfurl. Unfurl. I get the image of a spinnaker on a big ocean in the wind. The spinnaker is that front sail that they use when the wind's behind you. That spinnaker comes up. It's big bellied sail. It unfurls. Unfurl yourself into the grace of beginning, at one with your life's desire. Awaken your spirit to adventure. Awaken your spirit to adventure. Hold nothing back. Risk. Wow, what's at risk? What feels at risk to step forward out of the known? It is a risk, it is risky. It's tricky, scary. Risk. Ease. Letting go. Flow, shoulders relaxed, breathing. Ease with risk. Learn, says the poet. Learn, play, experiment. Learn to be at ease with risk. Soon, you'll find yourself at home in a new rhythm. For your soul senses the world that awaits you.